Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We're going to be casting another Larva Flash game. The game they had on Roaring Currents was just a treat with how strange it was. But they did play a couple times in a row, and Polestar is our second map. So Polestar is like super normal. Obviously, we're not going to see 3 Starport Sky Terran here. That's not going to occur. Not sure what we're going to see. But how will Larva stack up on a more standard map here against Flash? Well, I simply don't know. We're going to find out, though. Guys, thank you very much for watching ArtosisCasts, making this a part of your daily ritual. My gratitude for you is overwhelming in its power. I'm so glad so many people still like StarCraft, so thank you guys. Thank you for watching. And thank you to everyone who has supported on the Patreon, patreon.com/Artosis. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. So, yeah, TVZ, you are going to see a few more TVZs in, the coming weekish or so. I'm trying to do a little bit of a deep dive overall in Terran vs. Zerg. It's been difficult for everyone. And I know that we'll have some people that actually don't play the game but have their own view in the comments. But yeah, Terrans are pretty much getting wiped by Zerg at the moment. And that's why we're seeing so many different strategies come out, and Flash with a lot of them. He's been doing a lot of mech switches. Everyone's started to do a lot of mech switches. Mech switch metagames normally don't last that long. Zergs start to find ways to kind of counteract them a little bit. So, and that can happen in a lot of ways. So, like for instance, okay, here's a few things about mech switches. Okay, so first off, you have your Bioforce. Your Bioforce needs to kind of stay alive and keep Zerg in check for a little bit, so you can set up 4 bases. So there's like areas in which you can, while the transition's occurring, Zerg might be able to find like a way to reduce the Marine Medic count, get Zerglings in at some of those additional bases before the Vultures have map control, that type of thing, right? It's just like a random idea to throw out there for you. But yeah, like most new builds that come out, or new metagames with like very different builds like Mech Switch, generally the freshness of it is what causes the high win rate, and as people discover it, you go more towards the center of what is viable. Once again, that's like the center of TVZ is supposed to be SK Terran, or it has historically been SK Terran, which is Marine Medic Science Vessel. But yeah, right now Marine Medic Science Vessel has a very low win rate at high levels. Like at lower levels, yeah, you still do like a lot of busting of Sunkens and stuff, and people can't keep up the Defilers or whatever and just die to dropships. But at these higher levels, it's very hard to get the dropships in, and the Defilers are never missing a bead, and the Mutalisk harassment's very, very strong. So we're in this very weird spot where, and it's been back and forth, because I was talking about this, I want to say a year ago or so, where it's like, oh, like a lot of Terran games are all in right now against Zerg. Like we were seeing a lot of like even 8 racks with no science facility type games. We were seeing like Light was doing a lot of sunken busting, like 4 racks +1 every single game, that type of thing. A lot of heavy dropship just trying to bomb in and get a win. And then it kind of went back to center a little bit, and now it's evolving once again, where it's like, yeah, no, Zerg is just getting so good at all the defense. Anyways, enough talk about that. Let's take a look at these builds. It's a +1 opener from Flash, so he's going to go up to 4 barracks quickly. Looking at Larva's side, 3rd hatch in main, which is exactly what you want against this particular build. You become a little bit weak if you try to take another location with your 3rd hatchery, because the amount of pressure that comes out as +1 finishes will generally be able to really mess you up, maybe kill you before your lurkers are ready. I like that Flash got the medic very quickly. You can see his formation here. This is basically impossible to break with Massling. They can only come in through here. She'll heal that, and then she'll heal this if you break through. And also, you want to get your medics out as early as possible so that they can start banking energy. So good plays there from Flash. The Spire almost done. Getting a comm up just to double check everything. Got to time those turrets out just right. And this is actually 5 racks. Okay. Took me a minute there to recognize what was going on. It's like, this is kind of weird. Like, what's weird about it? It's 5 racks. So when you're playing against a 2 hatchery Mutalisk opener, normally it's 4 racks plus 1. This is going to be 5 racks. There's a few reasons for this. Number 1, it's cross spawns. You have a little bit more leeway on your turret timing. But you have to get all your barracks started before you start missile turrets. If you go 4 racks and then missile turrets and add a racks, it's like, no, everything's too slow. Everything's too slow. The extra racks isn't giving you enough Marines to make this worthwhile. Now, the thing is, to produce out of these, you can't make too many turrets. He's not going to be able to afford any SCVs. It's going to be hard to afford the factory. He can cut some production and get it, and we'll see. I think he'll probably do that. But you really have to apply a lot of pressure with this build. Like a lot, because it doesn't play well with itself. Like, you're trying to afford, your depots, enough turrets to stay alive, but also produce Marine Medic nonstop. You see, Larva flies in, he's got the 7 mutas, so he gets a couple kills. But really what he needs to do right now is get some defense up at home. And it looks like what he's going to try to do is utilize his Mutalisks and just kind of grind down the Marine Medic. Oh my god. Larva's pretty greedy to make this many drones and send them cross map. But yeah, it looks like that is going to work. Another little group going towards bottom right. What am I seeing here? Is Larva literally just going to die to this instantly? It actually looks that way. Like the what? Is this a garbage game? All right, well, sorry about that, guys. This is a huge amount of damage. Well, hold on. Well, he lives. Okay, he didn't lose drones. But, yeah. Okay, that was a garbage game. Sorry. That happens sometimes. I'm surprised that this is how this game looked. So, like, I don't know. I talked about this recently in another game. So, like, look, when they start to move out with this, you either need to make a ton of Sunkens or your army needs to dog this non-stop picking off units. Because if this is here, he can't walk in a line like this. What you have to do when the mutas are nearby is group up into a ball and look for the mutas. You can only move when you can't see mutas on your screen. That is the rule. And Larva just like... What is this? He's like... Oh, he comes up, he sees it. Flash stims back as he needs to and then pulls back. And then Larva flies in. Larva's just playing so greedy here. He's like, yeah, I don't want you to kill my drones down here, but he literally didn't have defense. You have to start these as the bio leaves the natural. Well, I mean, this is what a lot of the TVZ wins look like right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the disappointing game. Go rewatch yesterday's game. Thank you for watching. We shall see you next time.